American performance didn't start on a racetrack. It started on back roads. In the 1930s and 40s, moonshiners modified ordinary cars to outrun the law. They raced each other for bragging rights, creating a culture built on speed, innovation, and competition. As the years went on, those machines became faster, stronger, and more specialized. Horsepower wasn't enough anymore. Engineers discovered something just as important: aerodynamics. Along the way, the Corvette faced competition from all directions. Even from within its own family, the Chevrolet Camaro became a legend in its own right, dominating drag strips, road courses, and streets across America. But when the dust settled, one name always seemed to rise to the top.
Alright, so we're in the ZR1 C8 Corvette, almost called it a C6. I don't know why. But one thing I love that they changed in the Corvette has been the control module, where you could change your heated seats, your air temp, all that, whatever. They put it on the handle right here, but now it's on the Tesla Cybertruck looking screen up here, you know. Personally, it's not like a Tesla Cybertruck, as you know, but it is a beautiful screen. I don't know what it looks like because this is my grandma's car, so I can't turn it on. But I can't really see, but I'm guessing that right there is where I get to look at the speed. I bet you there's definitely a digital dash. You know, all cars have that now. This is probably my Apple Play right here. I don't know what that would be. Let's just say I could, you know how people put pictures of like their wives and whatever, you know, when they have love lives. I'd say that's where you put it there. But I feel like if you have one of these, get rid of the wife and kids, am I right? I love the red in here. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. Don't mind me, I'm trying to maneuver around these carbon fiber bucket seats. You hear that? Yeah, what I love about this car is just looking at the interior. You have your, well, exterior. Let's go exterior real quick. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Is this seatbelt black? Oh, that one was red, so I thought this would be black. It's not. They're both red. I'm getting really sidetracked. Maybe I do have ADHD, Ben.
I'm loving where this is going.
Yeah, this is going great. Oh, thank you. Back to the exterior of this car. It has a two racing stripes. One's black with red outline, and one's red with black outline. The red outline comes through here. It follows within the interior, as you can see with the red seat and with the passenger seat where Ben is in. The black carries into a black seat. And I'm keep seeing these little attention details like the stitching here. Beautiful, by the way, love it. And this seat bends in, it's red. And this one, I feel like it should be black. I feel like it should be very like opposite with it. But I love all the red over here. There's a piece of hair on this radar detector that's just kind of bugging me. I don't know how to get out of this car. Yeah, imagine going to a rental company and being like, how do I open the door? That's how you know you have a sports car. If you don't know how to open the door or start a car. But with this car, there's a button here. It's just like the GT3 RS. There's a button in there where it's pretty easy to know how to start it. Compared to a Ferrari or Lamborghini, you have to press the button, push down the brake, certain button. There's a bunch of other buttons that look the same. So I saw a thing where it's like, if you cannot start the car without owning it, then it is a sports car. But with this, it's
supercar.
Supercar. Sports car, supercar,
No,
not the same thing.
Not the same.
Not the same thing.
Well, a sports car is, yeah, I mean, it could be a Nissan.
Are you the guy who's in charge?
Yeah, I literally wrote the definitions to all of these.
Oh, you did, Mr. Big Smart Guy. Well, maybe I should hold the camera and, you know.
Well, my name is Mr. Webster.
Okay, Mr. Webster. What explain the definition then.
Explain the... Give me the mic.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you, the definition of a sports car is a car that is good at sports. You know, so you have volleyball, you have badminton, you have UFC.
One thing I like about this is that it's a hardtop convertible. Unlike a lot of other Corvettes, you have those weird little things you gotta undo, take off, put it back in the trunk, or you got the soft tops where you gotta take it off and just push it back there. I don't really know how those work. But I think this is the first one where it has retractable hardtop, and it costs $195,000 for the retractable hardtop, but for a standard just hard roof, whatever, not come off, it is about $185,000. So extra $10K. It has a Z button. Do you think that's like they're definitely not referring to ZR1. They're referring to Nissan Z. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
They stole it from
They did. They stole it from Nissan. Where when you click that, it sounds like a shitbox. It breaks down in 2 seconds. It's really good for insurance claims, all right? That's why they made that.
That's your claim insurance button.
Yeah. So the buttons to start the car, to turn it on and everything, easy. Just press start like in all your basic cars. The thing right here is kind of like the transmission. I don't know. What do you call it? Low gear shifter? It's these
gear selector.
There you go. Smart guy. That's why he's my cute little director. Yeah, the gear selector here. I've never been in a Lamborghini Urus, but I believe this is what a Lamborghini Urus gear selector looks like.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like this looks just like a Lamborghini Urus.
What? That's probably what a Lamborghini looks like.
You know the only thing this car is missing is a way to check your trailer when you're towing a trailer with this car. How are you going to tow a boat?
Your color-matched carbon fiber boat?
Yeah. How? Like, I mean, come on, you need a boat for this. It's a muscle car.
It is a boat. This car's pretty heavy.
Not with all. Oh yeah, you're right. This is all fake carbon fiber.
No, it's real.
No, it's fake. It's a boat. It's fake. Muscle cars can't have this. It's all fake carbon fiber, actually. They're not allowed to be this fancy. There's a rocket ship right here.
What?
There's a rocket ship. I'm guessing that is to activate launch control.
That's where I want to be on the track.
Okay.
So launch mode, auto. Okay, here we go. Okay. This, I don't know, maybe the road's so bad. He's got...
Woo!
I can't get traction. It sucks.
I felt it though. It felt.
Oh, if it hooks, dude, it'll throw you. It'll pull G's. It'll pull G's. Let's try we'll go, the on-ramp is kind of smooth on the freeway. Okay. You want to do that? Sure. That might help a little better. I can see it kind of slows down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, sounds so mean. Oh, excellent grip through there. Gosh, that sounds so good, the shifting. That was fun. What sucks is the roads out there are absolute so he could not catch traction at all. It was just constant sliding. But even going off an off ramp, it's just it is like wild. What else? We went on the underpass and launched it, got up to like 60 just in that short little bit of time to corner 36, super tight corner. Can't even feel a difference. It's like, holy cow, dude. Wild piece of machinery. Probably one of my favorite cars, honestly. It's on that list. It's quick. He was in the Z mode, so that's one of the modes where you can actually customize. So it wasn't like a 350Z like we thought. No one thought that. Beautiful car. Like we said earlier, the spoiler on this thing. Expensive McDonald's meal right here, am I right? With a little cheeseburger, Coke right there.
It's the most expensive McDonald's table I've
ever seen. But yeah, like it kind of looks like it's like if the Lamborghini Aventador had a baby with the Viper ACR. got the Viper wing, you got the, I don't know, like the front end look-alike of a Aventador. And like I said prior, with this car, a lot of people were comparing the C8 to be like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but once they came out with this ZR1 or the ZR1X, which is the all-wheel drive version, the ZR1 is just the rear-wheel drive version. In my opinion, this just puts in a whole new category. It doesn't even, it's not even a look-alike anymore. It's its own breed, you know? It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? The Lamborghini or the ZR1? The ZR1 came first, in my opinion. Even just walking around this, you can hear the cooling. Just in here, it's wild. It's crazy, crazy car. So on the C8 ZR1 Corvette, clearly as you know, the engine's in the back, and the braking is 50-50 right now. With the C7 Corvette, it was 60 front, 40 back, and the reason they had that is because, one, the engine was in the front, and you want more braking power, so in the car, the center of gravity pulls the front of the car down, so it gains more traction in the front to be able to go around the corner. But with the C8 like this, it's in the rear. So the back is getting 10% more, 10-20% more braking power. And with that, I think that's a lot smarter with a track car especially, because with the amount of pressure you're putting on your brakes, you're able to adjust that than the amount of weight you are with an engine, right? And if you're wanting a car for the track, you want to adjust your brake bias by a certain amount so then you could take corners better. So with these type of cars, you can't have a biasness, but bias is you choose one side over the other, right? So a lot of times, it's just kind of, what do you prefer? If you prefer more of an understeer on a racetrack, then you want a brake bias, let's say, to the front.
So your front will clamp harder than the rear?
Yeah. But if you want more of a oversteer, then you likely will want a back brake bias, because then it might be vice versa. Let me look that up. Okay, so shifting bias more forward, so increasing the front brake bias. Google AI says moving the balance toward the front of the wheels gives the front brakes more stopping power than the rear. When to do it, usually you want to do this in rain and wet track conditions, heavy fuel loads, or entering heavy straight line braking zones. So, you know, usually your cars with a front engine will likely have a front brake bias because of more weight and hold you down. And that's why a lot of people say they like front wheel drive cars for the snow, because it keeps more weight. And like I said earlier, I prefer oversteer, right? I feel like that's easier to correct than understeer. Really hard to correct understeer. Shifting bias more backwards, increasing the rear bias, move the balance towards the rear wheels, gives rear brakes more stopping power. When to do it as fuel burns, making the car lighter, or on the tracks with tight, slow corners where you need the car to turn quickly. Benefit, it helps the car rotate into the corner much sharper and can shorten overall stopping distance if managed correctly. And the downsides with increasing the front brake biases would be the front tires can lock up easily, causing understeer, like I said. And then with the downside of rear brake bias is the tires can lock up, causing immediate oversteer. So it's kind of, like I said, it's a driver's preference of whether you want more oversteer, understeer, and really depends on the track. All right, so a funny thing about this is if you come right here, see these valve stems, right? They look pretty sick. Corvette matches the car with the red accents and stuff, and these black bolts right here. Both black, looks good, right? You think this comes stock. It does not, in fact. It actually came with a rubber type thing like you see on your little pedal bikes at Walmart, and chrome bolts. I don't know why. These car brands have the opportunity to make the most perfect car, but there's little bits and pieces where they just screw it up. Like, I don't understand why. Like, make a perfect car. Like, yes, performance-wise, brilliant. This car's brilliant. I love it. One of my favorite cars. But with design-wise, with like colors and everything, make it make sense at least, right? Like this all looks beautiful, like I was talking about with this red here. Come over here. Look at this. Like, look, black outline red, red outline black, back black. And if you come in to here, the car's locked. That's a little awkward. If you come into here, see, look, you got your red interior, and then on your side you got your black interior. That's exactly the type of fashion, color grading, I don't know, some sort of color thing I want. Color scheme. Match. Just make it match. And make it have quality valve stems. It's not that hard. I don't know. I don't know why. Then sell OEM ones. Make a little bit, couple extra bucks, right? Pay your employees a couple extra bucks. I don't know how much they get paid. But, you know, I'm creating a union for the Chevy workers. Think that's a good idea?
I think they have a union.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, they already have that.
Well, I'll make them strike against Chevy.
You're gonna do that?
I'm a dictator.
Because they didn't have black lug studs?
Yeah, and matching and good valve stems.
Because they were plastic?
Yeah. Save the turtles, right? Like, come on, we're already killing the earth with these cars. Let's just save the turtles, right?
Yeah, at least go from plastic to metal for the valve stem caps.
Yeah. You know how many times a person loses a valve stem a day and who's a victim to one of those?
How many?
Millions. Call 1-800-valve-stems at gmail.com. Kind of, through a Gmail in there, but also a phone number in there for you guys to contact, because you need a good lawyer for this stuff. We should get sponsored by a lawyer. We need a lawyer for this channel, don't we? We might. We're getting in some trouble lately, so. Tax fraud. You know, we're using ChatGPT here for some facts about this beast of a car. And actually, this whole video has been scripted by AI. Thanks to our sponsors, ChatGPT here. They've sent us a whole script. I'm just kidding. Okay. So this magnificent of a car has 1,064 horsepower, which is from a twin turbocharged 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8. It's the most powerful V8 engine Chevy's ever built. And if you go into like the GT Pro series and stuff, Ben was saying this off camera, is that they're racing the Z06s, I believe, right? Yeah. And those Z06s are underperforming actually than this car. They haven't put this in the GT Pros yet. I bet you probably in 2 years, honestly. Actually, I bet you 1 year. Bet you next season they'll have it in there.
I wonder what determines what car they, why do they pick the car they do to take it to GT?
I think it's a mix of just the power that already makes stock, and then just kind of the marketing of it. Because, you know, you're going to have your people buy Chevy Suburbans, those reliable cars, no matter what. I'm not saying these aren't reliable, it's just, it's a better way to market a car, right? And how brands are going to be
you're going to, it's purposeful marketing. You market a car based on what it can do.
Yeah,
if you build a race car, you're going to advertise it by racing.
Yeah, and you know, you're not gonna, your typical like Mobile One sponsor isn't gonna want to be on a Chevy
Malibu.
Car? Yeah, a mom car or a dad car, right? Like you want a car that is crazy. So yeah, so this basically outperforms the GT Pro cars.
Actually, let's look that up. How does the GT Pro Z06 compare to the street legal ZR1?
Okay, so the Corvette ZR1 makes over 1,000 horsepower, but the Corvette GT3R race car makes almost half that. Yet on the road course, the race car is still quicker because grip, brakes, aerodynamics, and weight matters just as much as horsepower. So it all comes down to a race setup, right? This is not a race setup. Sure, you have your sport, track mode, all that stuff, but you really don't have the suspension components you need on a road course and stuff. So
these also have full interiors.
Yeah, these have full interiors too, so you have that added weight. So it honestly is kind of unrealistic to compare a street legal
wannabe race car, right, or soon-to-be race car by the name of it, right, to a actual built race car. Because even with those Z06 race cars, you still have roll cages that adds a couple extra pounds. You have different racing components in the engines and stuff. Engines are built, they're tweaked a little bit different. I'm not too sure how the GT Pro series and IMSA, like that overall group, has their engines built by manufacturers compared to how NASCAR does it, or Formula One, right? So it just kind of matters. And then going on, finishing some of the stats for you guys. This has 828 pound-feet torque at 6,000 RPM. So 233 miles per hour top speed, making it one of the fastest production cars ever built in America. Okay, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. Quarter mile, 9.6 seconds over. And it gets up to over 150 miles per hour. And the ZR1 is the first production Corvette ever with twin turbochargers. And I believe that is it. Yeah, despite making over 1,000 horsepower, it is still rear-wheel drive, which we talked about earlier. The ZR1X is the one with all-wheel drive components, with an electric motor in the front here. It's very slippery. An electric motor in the front here to cause it to activate the front. I heard that the Z-Ray, so kind of like the hybrid version of a Corvette. I heard from someone, need to fact check this though, that when that front motor does activate, kind of the hybrid system, it takes out from the horsepower and the sound of the vehicle, which makes sense. I mean, you're looking at the new R36, right? That's going to have the same V6 engine I think it had in the R35, but it's going to have that hybrid, which will have that launch that a lot of those electric cars have, but it will likely take out from the noise of it, right? You're not going to activate. The engine's probably not going to activate till you get to 5,000 RPM, likely, because, you know, these cars are pushing super high RPMs to get up speed quicker. And it's kind of like, if you want to compare it, if you're a little high school boy with your VTEC Honda Civic, your VTEC kicks in around 5,000, 6,000 RPMs, I believe. So, yeah, kind of like that.